of Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. On the visitor's sideline, head coach Liam Cohen. His team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road, looking for their first win. His counterpart on the Ravens side is John Harbaugh. His guys, on the other hand, were winners in their opener a week ago, so we're trying to make it... I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way, and that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. His receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level. There's a lot of production to go around.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll throw out of the gun. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Line of scrimmage is the 47-yard line for first and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. Oh, and he is depleted on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. He'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
He was covered by Tyson Campbell.
Throwing now on third and long. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success. Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third down, they need 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. On fourth down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cooks to punt. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. They'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Josh Hines Allen there on the tackle. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now from the gun. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now give on the ground, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Now, faking the give. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. His 2nd catch in the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
I love this call. My defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy 1st down. Really well done.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 26-yard line.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not. And be taken down there. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Ravens are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. Greg, they say flush a game after you lose, right? But when you built up all year to the opener and you get blown out, is it even harder to flush the play?
Well, certainly that's the question, Mike. And regardless of how much the coach stands up there and you try to say, hey, it's a new week, we've got to move forward. And certainly that's the case in the NFL. If you let bad losses linger, you're going to find yourself in a bigger hole. So the problem is when you spend all week and you spend all season saying, okay, this is week 1, we're going to get off to a great start, and you lay an egg and you're non-competitive, the last thing you want in the NFL, Mike, is for doubt to set in. So we're going to find out pretty quickly here in this one. Was last week just 1 out of 17 and they're going to move on, or is this going to be signs of things to come as the rest of this season unfolds?
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He'll find his tight end. It springs. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. There's a short one. He's got strange. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of
4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
first and goal, Jacksonville.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch, and
making guys miss, and he's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His second rushing touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off at 6.
Is good. Makes the score Jaguars 7, Ravens 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over once more. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and that'll be a pickup of 3. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. He'll manage only a couple. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll drop the throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Ravens first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Jaguars on top. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they come up to face 3rd and 5. Now this looks like a design run.
And a nice job there defensively on third down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the first down.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Ravens first down. By a good couple of yards. They get 3 on 4th and inches. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Now this time, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. Foye looking, getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
Perfectly timed blitz there by the linebacker. Remember, when you go empty backfield, there's no extra protection. All you have is the 5 offensive linemen. It could be feast or famine. But in this case, when you time it right, man, there is no back there to help protect the quarterback, and he comes away with the sack.
Now a 3rd and 2.
It's now 3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's complete. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
1st and goal from the 4-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's his first touchdown of the new year. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens are on top. It's now 10-7.
The score, Ravens 10. Jaguars
Now,
7.
after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Handoff here, up the middle. And he broke through the initial contact. Lines up, getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one caught inside, that screens. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And that run shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Here's Logan Cook now. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Here comes the blitz. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The linebacker, Devin Lloyd, getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 17 to the 17-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Ravens. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jags offense make their way out to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. This one not quite on target. Got him too much, and that one falls incomplete. We'll go with a draw play here on 2nd down. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up the 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Going up top. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. John Harbaugh there, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Ravens, as his guys get ready for their next possession. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll turn and hand this one off. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd down, they need 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. First and 10. Go at the quarterback. Keep it here on the zone read. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, they were not hiding anything there. The quarterback takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for the touchdown.
And this was a run from the jump, Mike. There was no disguising anything. There was 10 guys blocking and 1 guy running, and in this case, it's the quarterback taking it in for 6.
The kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 24, Jaguars 7.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return starts from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Jaguars offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw here is complete. Second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Third down and 3. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
The Ravens now going to use their final timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our trip through the NFL starts now. In the Windy City, the Bears at home to take on the Falcons. And it's the Chicago tight end. He's going to run a deep route, look it in, and he's gone. And when it's all said and done, that's an 80-yard catch and run for the touchdown. The Falcons get the W by 2 touchdowns. Next up, why don't we go to Foxborough and check in on the Patriots? They're playing host to the Las Vegas Raiders. And it's the Raiders quarterback. This will wind up a touchdown. The Raiders wind up taking this one by a touchdown. One more for you. Let's go to Cincinnati. The Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. And this is the Cincy quarterback. He's looking to throw, then makes a beeline for the end zone. 12 yards on the scramble for the score. The Bengals get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jaguars offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
At the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. And third down coming up. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is knocked away downfield. Incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. As he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And how about that? Nice return there. Picking his way up past the 35-yard line. John Harbaugh there, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Ravens, as his guys get ready for their next possession. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And that is incomplete.
I understand it's third down when the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on third down, you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now brings up 4th down.
The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Going back to the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll get about 2. Travis Jones there to bring him down.
40-yard line.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He's got a man. That's Travis Hunter. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a 1st down. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Jaguars ready to put this one away as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. That's taken at about the 14, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. John Harbaugh there, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Ravens, as his guys get ready for their next possession. Now, faking the give. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he won't get away. Good overfield tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble. Give them a new 7 down. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's open middle of the field. It is caught. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Now a run. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Ravens. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Luke now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Ravens will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Jaguars 7.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jags offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Tight end motioning left. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line.
That's good for a Jaguars first down.
Now a run on first down. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 6.
4 yards on the pick.
He'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll try the right side this time. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the 1st down up to the 45.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Kobe Bryant there to bring him down.
At the 42-yard line. A gain of 2.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
39-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
The key to a good zone read offense is the timing, and in this case, it took a little bit longer to get going. By the time the back was given the ball, the defense was through. They're able to take him down on 3rd down for a big loss.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. In motion is Hunter. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll look to set up the screen here.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Moving left. He'll try and get there on the ground.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Opens right side. That strains the tight end. From the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. He'll throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Back to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Look wide. Get this one complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll tuck it and take off. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the 1st down. A tight end in motion now. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
In motion is Hunter. He'll look to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Jaguars. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Little on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars are able to edge a bit closer.
Jaguars 14.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. He's going to be taken down at about the 30s. Pick up a 14 on that ball. First down, Baltimore.
At the 30-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the
They'll try
play.
again here. Second and 10.
At the Jaguars' 30-yard line.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds. Third and 10.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. On fourth down, it's Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you had things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jaguars offense headed back to take over once more. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. You play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league now, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good, and there certainly was a lot of it, but can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
They'll stick with him again. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up third and
On third down, they're going with the counter to try to pick it up. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
that's good for our Jaguars. First down. It's a gain of 23 yards.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, here's first and 10. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up second and 2 at the Ravens' 23-yard line.
He's got room to roam. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And He'll take it in. Made the right read on the zone read. And tacking on 2 points.
Just as the play is designed, you stick that ball in the belly of your running back. What does the defensive end do? Well, in this case, he crashes down to take the giveaway. It's a pull read all the way, and quarterback keeps it himself. Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Up the middle they go. And they'll take this down inside the 35. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Draw play here on second down. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now the Jags will use their third and final timeout. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.